Morning, it's Vijay here. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. Today is Friday, 20th June 2025. Yesterday was a bad day, and for Indian markets, global markets also had a bad day. US markets were sleeping. But what happened after the in the global markets closed was what something called a taco trade happened. Now, what is this taco trade? Is basically Trump always chickens out is what taco means. Okay, so people, what happens is when there is bad news, so people, the smart guys buy the buy the dip, and then they continue to hold it, and then when Trump changes his threat, then that is when he stops chickening out. When he chickens out, then the market shoots up. Like for instance, yesterday the Dow futures were down about 370 points, but Trump mentioned that in next 2 weeks he'll take a decision on the Iran bombing and not immediately. So immediately the futures have gone up, but they're still in the negative. Asian markets are still in the negative, but significantly off their lows. Japan is actually had gone to positive at one point of time. Hang Seng is trading positive. Kospi is trading positive. Singapore is slightly lower. The one other example of a taco trade is where he talked about the TikTok thing. He said that they have to finish it by June, and now he says I'll give another 90 days for the deadline for TikTok closure. So Trump never takes any decision as he predicts. So when he says 2 weeks, it may extend to never also. So now this TikTok has been going on for quite some time. So Trump is losing his credibility. Markets are sensing that whatever Trump says in the first instance, if the market comes down, you buy the dip, and then when he chickens out, when people realize the markets go up, and then you sell. So this is a good short-term trade which is happening among the smart people. So yesterday, as I said, markets were closed for the Juneteenth holiday in US. Both S&P and futures, S&P futures and Dow futures are down. Same thing with Nasdaq futures also. Uh, as I said, Donald Trump is expected to decide on a potential Iran strike within 2 weeks, as per the spokesperson Levitt. And Trump has been monitoring oil prices, and Trump is scared actually that if he does something in Iran, the oil prices will shoot up. As it is, the oil prices have gone up from 55.60 to around 75. I'm talking of the WTI crude, which is what Americans use. And today there is some good news, as I mentioned yesterday. The Iranian foreign minister delegation is coming into Europe, and they're meeting in Geneva. So something good may come out of it. This is Brent crude rose to 77. It is a little bit tricky because nothing is clear. But I think the smart money is probably wanting to buy today. Though gold is down from 3,400 plus to 3,380. Silver is steady. Dollar index is steady at 98.2. Yesterday, what happened to our markets? Our markets gave up across the board selling, excepting in the Nifty futures because Nifty weekly settlement was there. So Nifty closed almost flat, though it was in the positive for some time. Bank Nifty also went up in the initial stages and then collapsed. So there was nothing which was looking good. Incidentally, one of the rare days when our portfolio of 20 stocks, all the 20 stocks ended in the red on a mark-to-market basis. So that's a very rare occurrence. So one has to be a little bit wary of what you are buying. Even though we bought good stocks, they suffered. But that is expected because of the conditions in the Middle East. We continue to remain confident and bullish about the future. So mid cap index ended 2% lower. Market breadth was firmly in favor of declines, 5:1, which is huge. And 90% of mid cap stocks closed with cuts. 90% of the 100 mid cap 100 stocks closed. Excepting auto, all the major indices closed in the red. But if you look at the numbers, institutional numbers are 1,541 total between FII and DII. FII bought more than DII, but that is primarily because I think they are buying off the market. That is the bulk deals are happening there. And again, you now will have three major QIPs coming. One is Keynes Technology today, 1,600 crores. The Biocon, which is about, that is, I don't know what this price is, but what the value is, but 330 rupees they wanted to sell, 340 is yesterday's close. So you may see a dip in Biocon, which we are planning to think of buying it if we get it at 330. Sai Life Sciences is another one which the PE are willing to sell 6% stake. That will, I think, deal size about $102 million. So you have three such cases: Keynes, Biocon, and Sai Life Sciences, which are coming into the market. So there will be pressure again on the secondary market. Then the mother of all FPOs coming this week, HDB Financial, sister arm of HDFC, with a 12,500 crore IPO and with this both fresh issue and offer for sale. And that is coming somewhere between 25th and 27th. That is what the date is fixed for HDB Financial IPO, that is June 25th, and it will close on June 27th. So you will have pressure again on the secondary market from these cases. Then there is some interesting macro data which may miss a lot of people, but which is very good for banks and lending institutions. They are used RBI has eased project finance norms in the final circular, reducing provisioning for lenders. Actually, previously it was 5% was the provisioning which the lenders were supposed to give as per the circular. First circular, the final circular now talks of only 1 to 1 quarter, which is a huge reduction in terms of provisioning. So that should benefit lenders, banks, especially the public sector banks. And so that is even for construction, it has now come to about 1%. It's not previously they were thinking of putting 5% in as far as construction was concerned. Then what else? This what it will do is these new norms are expected to improve flow of timely, adequate credit for infra projects. And one other thing is RBI is allowing time over and up to 2 years without project downgrade. Only after 2-year delay will the asset be downgraded to substandard. So these are important, announcements by RBI. All of this will come in from October 1, 2025. Lots of things happening, things including the CRR cut will be effective around October 1, 2025. The government has now imposed anti-dumping duty on imports of aluminum oil, so aluminum foil. So some of the aluminum companies may benefit. Before I close off, I would like to say that there is a new crisis which has come in Sun TV, and I think the brothers are fighting. So I think Sun TV may get into serious trouble. But whatever it is, I wish you a happy weekend. Hopefully, this weekend will bring in some good tidings, and therefore we should open Monday on a better note. Today, I'm not very sure how this will go on. So whatever you do, I hope you're successful. Thank you for joining me.